this week I realized I've been feeling numb at my job, numb as a parent, and just feeling numb walking around. And I realized one thing, that's just been a reaction. So, Yoga Soul, welcome to Freedom Friday. I am Dr. Nakiba Jackson. Thank you for joining my channel and watching. And I just wanted to share with you, with this week on Unbound, about me feeling numb. So, I've been dealing with, the loss of loved ones and not being close to my family. And this time has given me an opportunity to not really totally deal with my feelings. For example, I've been thinking like, I wish I could be there, but there was things that I needed to do at home that didn't allow me to be able to be there. And in order to be able to operate, I didn't have to, but some of the things that I did was continue to go through the motions, right? And going through the motions for me meant like business still has to be done, and I still get to move around, and I still get to work on the things that I get to work on. So that meant showing up to work, doing the things that are difficult, even when I'm feeling sad, and also showing up for myself and showing up for my family. And I realized I didn't really give myself an opportunity to sit back and really sit with my feelings. And when I didn't give myself the opportunity to sit back and sit with my feelings, because a lot of the times for lack of a better way to say, I repressed them. And eventually what that did was create an environment where I started feeling numb to just whatever was going on around me. For example, just the day-to-day of what's going on. And so I don't know if you understand like that whole feeling of like being numb. Like, the definition of being numb is the absence of feeling. And it meant that I closed off a part of myself to allow myself to function in other areas. However, closing that part of myself, when you do things like that for so long, you start going on like automatic pilot and not really giving yourself an opportunity to really deal with what you're actually feeling. And for myself, when I don't really deal with the feelings in the moment, or I don't give myself a space to be able to handle those feelings, eventually what happens is I get used to not reacting, used to not responding. And then it becomes a way of life where things might seem like I don't care as a parent. Like my daughter might talk to me and ask me for certain things, and because I'm so used to just making things happen without really stopping and giving myself an opportunity to go through, I guess, even thinking about what some of the consequences may be. And it doesn't mean like I'm not specifically thinking about it. It just means that the way that I'm operating is I'm going through all the things at one time, and I'm not allowing myself to sit and think through it and sit and feel through it. And so some of the consequences of that is appearing as if you don't care, not having a reaction, and it almost seems like you and other people don't relate to and with each other. And one of the things that I'm learning is it's okay to really sit back and allow those feelings to be felt. There's a time and place for everything. And when we don't give ourselves the time, space, and opportunity to be able to work through our feelings, to allow ourselves to feel the feelings good, bad, and different, then we end up allowing ourselves to be bound by the circumstances around us. And so for me, there were so many things that was going on. And because I didn't really stop and give myself the time to think through and to feel through the feelings, I feel like what ended up happening was life made me do it. And so when life makes you do certain things, it's like just having a car and you might hear something that's going on, like, hey, I hear a little noise, but today I don't have time to stop and take care of it because I got so much stuff going on, right? And because I got so much other stuff going on and I don't have time to take care of it, let me just go ahead and just move through and I'll take care of it before it gets too bad. If we keep going through life like that and not really giving ourselves the opportunity to sit through it, pause, sit through it, feel the feelings, and then move through the feelings, then we'll end up being in a position where life will give you that check engine. And if you don't stop and take care of it, it's going to take care of you for it. So the thing that I really learned this week is there's so much things out there that we can do. Time really waits for no one. And we really have to start putting our time and energy on the things that's important to us. Because when we put our time and energy on the things that's important to us, it allows us to be able to walk through life, feeling our feelings, and just showing up for yourself in a positive fashion. And when you show up for yourself in a positive fashion, you're just able to feel better about yourself. You're able to release the things that's holding you back. And for me, once I started really taking the time for myself and releasing the things that was holding me back and giving myself permission to feel feelings and to be unapologetic about the feelings that I have, because I'm a human being, and being a human being, we really get to go through the motions of feeling a feeling. And so I just want to say, like, if you feel yourself just going through the motions and just not being able to pinpoint what's really going on with yourself, I think it's your body's way of telling you to stop. Take some time to reflect what's really going on. And start reflecting, and you'll start being able to feel some of the things that's going on with you. And when you're able to feel some of those things, you're able to just move forward. So, as I was saying, it's just some things that we really get to do and make sure we're focusing on the things that are allowing us to feel numb. Because when you start focusing on releasing the things that's making you numb, you'll start feeling yourself being released and feeling freedom. Freedom in your body, free to move. And I think, like, for me, one of the things that I learned was I really did need to stop and take a break and reflect on myself. And it allowed me to prepare for some of the things that I was coming up, getting ready to deal with. And I'll be honest, I have so many different things that I'll like, if you watch my videos, you'll see that I'm talking about reverse method and reversing fear and things like that. And I've just been working on certain things for myself. And the biggest thing for me is, if it's working for me, I definitely like to share it. And so I've been working on something for myself, just allowing me to just work through my feelings, write those feelings down, and each day just talk about it and give me an opportunity to release those things so I can free up some space in my mind. And when you learn how to work through the feelings of being numb, because you're no longer comfortable with just holding yourself back and allowing yourself to have no feelings, you'll realize that it could potentially be sensory overload. But when you really give yourself an opportunity to put those feelings in a place, label them appropriately, and learn how to deal with them, you'll start getting more comfortable with handling things on a regular basis and allowing yourself to no longer put these things in a box for you to come back later to that may destroy you if you don't focus on it. So this week, I just want to say, if you have been feeling numb for a while, I think it's your body's way of telling you stop and focus on what you need to focus on, so you can start reflecting on the things that you can allow yourself to feel unbound. So with that said, I hope you are having a great week. And if not, do what you can to take some time to focus on something for yourself. And I will see you next week. And hey, if you haven't joined my newsletter, please look at my newsletter. And I drop those every week just so you can see some of the things that I'm talking about and discussing. So until next week, bye.